National Coming Out Day is a special opportunity for me to reflect on my journey toward living authentically. It's been a path filled with growth and self-discovery, and today I'm celebrating with my chosen family. In honor of National Coming Out Day, I think it's so important that we share our stories. Oftentimes, all our stories are either destroyed or minimized to an extent, and we can't reach the audiences that we need to reach to know that we're here and we're here to stay. As a trans man, I came out twice. When I first came out, I was actually outed by someone who I cared for deeply. I don't think that she intended on hurting me, and I don't think she knew the damage that that could cause. Ultimately, we were able to come out of that in a very positive way. And when I came out again as a trans man, I was received relatively well. There was some pushback at first, but I'm very fortunate that my family was open to trying to understand that I needed to live my life as authentically as possible.
I also came out twice. I came out when I was 6. I grew up in a household that didn't demonize who you were, they just let you figure yourself out. And so that was a really beautiful place to be in a really safe environment. And then recently I've come out as non-binary in the last year and a half as well.
I definitely went through the friends first, who were in the perspective, oh, child, we already knew. And I was like, it doesn't matter if you knew. I'm letting you know that I know now. And when I finally got to my dad, I was honestly like petrified if I would say anything. So then when I finally did, he was like, Dexter, you just my son. I'ma love you always.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I don't need to know all the details, but it was a very beautiful conversation at the end of the day.
I remember coming home one day to my mom and I'm like, oh, the kids at school are saying I'm gay and I think they're right. And she's like, you can't listen to what other people call you. You're nothing until you say you are. And I was like, damn it. Okay, so a couple years went by and I remember it was like my first heartbreak ever and I was just depressed. I was crying every day and my mom was like, what's going on with you? And I'm like, I'm in love with a boy. It was definitely not received the way that everybody would want it to be received. But over time, I always say it's a journey for everybody.
I knew I was a lesbian at the age of 16. My mom was not having it. She gave me a one-way ticket to live with my dad in Central America. I hadn't seen him since I was 7, so I just landed on his doorstep. He took it so well. He was like, I haven't seen you in forever. I don't care about that. I just want to hang out with you,
I came out kind of later in life. I came out as bisexual. I remember having this big script and I'm gonna tell my dad how amazing daughter I am and don't forget I graduated with honors and have a whole resume ready to go. And he's like, you're all those amazing things and now you're just bi. Flip side, when I told my mom, she really struggled with it. I had to give her some time to grieve the daughter and the life that she thought I was gonna have. Even though I'm you're putting kind of some preconceived notions of what you thought my life was gonna look like before I even got there.
My mom said something really cool to me a couple years later, and because in the moment I was like, you were supposed to get it, and that's just the way it's supposed to be. And she was like, you've had your entire life to figure out who you were, and you told me and expected me to get it in an hour. And be okay with it. And it's like, no, I don't love you any less, but I still need to get a grasp on what this is. I played Pride in Philadelphia for the first time in my family. It was the first time they all got to come and see me on a stage doing my thing. And my dad pulls me to the side before I'm about to go on stage and he's like, hey, just so you know, I used to be in the life, and the life is what they used to call being gay. Now, mind you, my dad is 6'7", a former cop, I'm gagged. We've never had the conversation. Me in a crop top about to go on stage and sing, and he's like, I resonate with you, but I would have never been able to do what you were doing had I not seen someone who looked literally like me. There's something to be said about pushing thoughts of others to the side and really stepping into who you are, because you don't know who you're setting free in the process,
Unless you've seen it happen, it's kind of you don't give yourself permission to do the same, because you don't know it's possible. We've been working on having children. Their world is going to be something that we could have never imagined. And it's just exciting to hear your hopes and dreams for what you want to see in the world, because that's a world I can't wait for them to live in. You guys just make me feel like it's going to be okay.
Oh, I would cry. When your kids come out and they're like, Mom, I'm straight. You're like, oh, not one of my children.
What did I do wrong?
Happy National Coming Out Day, girls.
Cheers.